How's it going, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today, join me for some breaking news from Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics. So, let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. I've got some breaking news in the world of the Conan Omnibus from Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics. Before going any further, though, I do want to thank Will and Corey and everybody at Titan Comics and Heroic Signatures for letting me break the news on the details on these books that are coming out next year. What I'm going to be talking about right now is their reprint program. They're going to be reprinting these Omnis that Marvel Comics previously printed. So we're going to be looking at not just the cover, we're going to be looking at the entire dust jacket design. They were kind enough to send me the dust jacket designs for each of these books that are being reprinted. We're going to be looking at the page count, the prices, of course, and then I've even asked them questions that you all have been sending my way, and all of them, Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics, were kind enough, Corey Sedemeyer, by the way, was kind enough to answer them for us. So, as I show them off, I'll be talking about these questions that were asked. All right, let's go ahead and start. We're going to be starting with Conan the Barbarian, the original comics Omnibus Volume 1. This is what the dust jacket looks like. So here we have the dust jacket. So that is the cover to issue number 1 by Barry Windsor Smith. But they're also going to give us direct market covers too. So Barry Windsor Smith is also supplying the direct market cover for Conan the Barbarian, the original comics Omnibus. So you're going to have both covers, and both of them available on June 13th, 2023. This collects Conan the Barbarian 1 through 26 and material from Savage Tales number 1 and 4. The book has 776 pages and retails for $125. Now, one of the questions I asked, of course, is if they were going to be able to reprint everything. So with volume number 1, for example, Chamber of Darkness number 4, which is a Roy Thomas Barry Windsor Smith story, it's their tryout story, cannot be reprinted. That was in the original Marvel edition. That story features Star the Slayer, who is owned by Marvel. So I did get these questions out of the way for you all that have been asking me. Now, let's look at the next book. So the next book is Conan the Barbarian, the original comics Omnibus Volume 2. So let's look at the dust jacket. So the standard edition cover is drawn by the phenomenal Neil Adams. So this is the cover. I believe this is the one that they used for Volume 2 of the direct market cover. But now it's your standard edition cover. The direct market cover is drawn by Big John Buscema. So this particular omnibus collects issues 27 through 51, Giant Size Conan 1 through 4, and material from Conan the Barbarian Annual number 1, as well as the Savage Sword of Conan number 1 and 8 and 10. This one has 856 pages and retails for $125. The release date on this one is August 8th, 2023. Now, what I wanted to talk about while we're looking at this is I did ask if the spines are going to be round back or flat, because I know so many of you have asked me, and I know it doesn't matter to some of you, you're just happy that they're getting reprinted, but these will be round back. They will not be using flat spines for these. Just as the previous editions were used, just like the previous editions, they will be round back. And the letter pages will be included. In addition to the letter pages, all the house ads and bonus material will also remain in the new editions and will be included in the all-new releases. This is a huge deal, and a lot of it has to do with Corey Sedemeyer, of course. Now, one thing I've already asked is when they reprint Volume 3, if they're going to be able to use Marvel Feature number 7, which is the crossover with Conan the Barbarian 66 and 67. As much as they'd love to, it's just not going to be possible. The original Marvel Volume 3 also did not have it, because the rights for previously published solo Red Sonja material are held separately, and they haven't been able to arrive at some kind of deal to include that in the omnibus. So I did ask about that ahead of time. Let's go ahead and talk about the next reprint, because this one is huge. This is the one that people kept asking me about, and I'm talking about the Savage Sword of Conan, the original comics Omnibus Volume 1. So let's take a look at that dust jacket design. So here's the regular cover by Boris Vallejo. And this collects Savage Tales 1 through 5 and the Savage Sword of Conan 1 through 12. The book has 968 pages and retails for $150. The release date of this one is June 27th, but let's look at the direct market cover. And this direct market cover is drawn by Big John Buscema. Now, this version of the original comics omnibus will not include the Savage Tale stories that starred Man-Thing or Kazar or Dark Tomorrow. Those were included in the Marvel edition, and even though they weren't relevant to Conan, it was because there really wasn't anywhere else to put them, so that's why they were in the original Marvel version, and since they're Marvel-owned IP, they cannot be included in this new edition. So one thing you're seeing already is that the new editions will feature 2 classic covers, and I think that's the route they're going to go with. Instead of a modern cover, we're going to have 2 classic covers for these new printings and new editions going forward. And they'll be changing the cover art from the Marvel editions on occasion. Just like the case of Savage Sword of Conan, the original comics Omnibus Volume 2. We're looking at the regular cover here by Earl Norem. And that original one, I think, had a Jim Starlin cover. But now we're going to get 2 covers by Earl Norem. And I'll show the other one here in a little bit. This one here collects Savage Sword of Conan 13 through 28. Marvel Comics Super Special number 2. This one has 944 pages and it retails for $150. And this one comes out on August 29th, 2023. So let's look at the direct market cover. And this one, of course, also drawn by Earl Norem. And we're looking at the entire dust jacket. Now, one thing you've probably noticed as I'm showing these images is that the heroic signature in Titan Comics up at the top has replaced the Marvel logo. But also, the word Marvel has been removed and replaced with Conan. And this will only occur on the dust jackets. The interior of the omnibus, there are no alterations. And that's not a small thing. Because anytime you've ever seen another licensor do reprints of Marvel comics like Dark Horse's Star Wars, or Conan, or IDW's Transformers and G.I. Joe, or Boom's Planet of the Apes, they had to strip out those elements. And sometimes they make the titles or the covers look a little awkward. But again, this was something that Corey put together with the team at Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics and, of course, Marvel. So they were able to keep those covers on the inside intact. And speaking of intact, now that we've seen all the covers and we have the release dates of them, let's take a look at some internal pages that Corey Settlemyer sent my way. And it's a big deal to have him still working on this project because it was him and his team that were doing the restoration on the Marvel comics, the Marvel Omnis of Conan. So it's the exact same team and they're restoring the artwork. But the color in these new editions, and I'll be showcasing a couple of pages that he sent my way over here, they'll be adjusted in the same fashion as the Weapon X Gallery edition. So for readers that love that type of presentation, this is the type of presentation you're going to be getting with these new reprints. And that's what the interior of the Omnis are going to look like, just in case you missed out on the first ones or in case you want to upgrade to these. But this is the pages that I was shown. Now, I just want to take this time to thank the folks at Heroic Signatures, Titan Comics, Will, and Corey for working with me to put this together. Now you all have the dates, the covers, the dust jackets, the direct market covers, the standard edition covers, and a little bit of the questions that I know I've had over the last few months about these books. Keep an eye on the channel because there will be more breaking news for future Conan projects and future projects from Titan Comics. Don't forget that when these books do come up for pre-order, check out our sponsors. If you live in Europe and are interested in buying and pre-ordering Omnis, then you should definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC books within the EU, flat rate shipping of €12 for all EU countries, bulletproof packaging, and all emails will be answered within 24 hours. They offer a huge selection of out-of-print books. Just head over to waltzcomicshop.com for more great deals and rare titles. And for a limited time, you can use the code nearmintcon, all one word at the checkout, to get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order of over €40. Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was it. That was the breaking news as far as Conan the Barbarian. Man, it feels so good to still be talking about Conan the Barbarian and breaking news and putting the suit on. Makes me happy. So all the people that missed out on Conan the Barbarian the original years, here we have your chance to pick them up. Volumes 1 and 2 of Conan the Barbarian and volumes 1 and 2 of the Savage Sword of Conan, all coming back to print. And we know they have future volumes planned for Savage Sword of Conan, King Conan, and Conan the Barbarian. I can't wait to check those out together. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Everyone stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.